Now, let's see. The Lord said his people will be cursed. All right, we're going to read some of these curses. All right, verse 16.
Verse number 16. Cursed shalt thou be in the city.
He said one of the curses is you'll be cursed in the cities. Now, you said as a nation we're cursed, right? Where y'all from?
Yeah, Portsmouth.
From Portsmouth. How we living in Portsmouth?
Depends on who you ask.
But it's like Compton, right? What about Compton? What about Brooklyn? Baton Rouge, right? Think about it. Memphis, Tennessee, Jacksonville, Florida, Chicago, Illinois, right? Wherever you think about black people, we're cursed in the cities. How are we cursed in the cities? What are we doing in the cities? Are we living lavishly on high? Huh? No, right? We're killing each other. We're robbing. We're looting. Right? We hating one another. You step on a brother's shoes, he ready to do what? He ready to go to war. He ready to kill you. Over shoes. The Lord said, cursed shall thou be in the cities, and what else?
And cursed shalt thou be in the field.
And cursed shalt thou be in the field. So when you look here, weren't we cursed in the field? Picking cotton, tobacco, sugar cane, right? We were cursed in the field. Was the Chinese man cursed in the field?
If I'm not mistaken, I believe that at all points, at least a few races were enslaved at least at some point.
So they were enslaved. They went through chattel slavery like we did. They had yokes of iron around their necks.
I want to see all that.
Their babies were fed to alligators.
That I'm not sure.
Did they ever put the Chinese man on display at the fair and play hit the nigger baby at the fair? They do that to the Chinese baby.
I never seen that.
Hit the chank baby. But did they ever play that? They did that to you. Human zoos. You were the attraction, right? Black Friday. You were the first stock sold. No one's history can amount to what you went through. Right? Of course, men naturally wage wars against each other. Right? And men conquer lands. But never on the face of the earth has there ever been a people to go through the atrocities that we went through and received at the hand of our oppressors.
At all.
Right? So we're here to tell you that your history, you're going to find it right here in the Bible. The Lord said, cursed shall thou be in the city and cursed shall thou be in the field. Right? Give me verse 37. Check this out.
Verse number 37. And thou shalt become an astonishment.
Check this out. And thou shalt become an astonishment.
A proverb.
A proverb.
And a byword.
And a byword. That means you'll be called outside of your God-given nationality. Because did the Lord ever call anyone African American? What about black? Did he call anyone niggas? Negroes? So you will be called a byword, meaning you're going to be called outside of your God-given nationality. Go ahead.
And thou shalt become an astonishment, a proverb, and a byword among all nations, whether the Lord shall lead thee.
All right, get verse 48. Here's one of the key verses. Pay attention, because y'all been to church before, right? Right? Now, I want you to listen to this verse, and I'm going to ask you some questions about it. All right, verse 48.
Verse number, the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse number 48.
Bring it up.
Therefore shalt thou serve thine enemies.
Serve who?
Therefore shalt thou serve thine
Now
enemies.
the Lord said this people that he just saved from Egypt, if they didn't listen, will have to serve their enemies, read.
Which the Lord shall send against thee.
Come on.
And hunger.
So they got to serve their enemies in hunger.
And in thirst.
And in thirst.
And in nakedness.
And in nakedness, meaning when you need clothes. So when you're thirsty, where do you go to get drink?
My fridge.
Huh?
Go to my fridge.
Where does the stuff in your fridge come from?
Store.
Who owns the stores that you get your water from? Does water fall from the sky?
Right.
Isn't it illegal in Virginia to catch water naturally? Isn't that a felony?
I didn't know that.
Well, you know now. That's why you don't see people doing it. Right? What about your food?
You get it from stores and
Who owns
restaurants.
Food Line?
No.
Who owns it? You had to guess.
What?
Walmart,
Same.
Aldi's, McDonald's.
Most of the major companies at least.
Most of them.
If not all.
They got a monopoly, brother. The Lord said you got to serve your enemies for food, for water, and for nakedness. Meaning, even though your ancestors picked $7 trillion worth of cotton, right? Millions of dollars worth of tobacco, sugar cane, right? Natural resources, you still got to go and buy your clothes from the so-called white man, woman, and child. Because your t-shirt says what on the tag? Does it say Jermaine? Does your t-shirt say Deshaun on it? Deshaun. And all the t-shirts and every pack you pick up, it's a black family up there. And Deshaun's, he's in the CEO office with all the cotton. Or does it say Hanes? Fruit of the Loom. Right? Nike. Adidas. You know these are the last names of white men. So you got to serve your enemies in nakedness, just to put drawers on your ass. And what else?
And in one of all things.
So whatever you need, these people will have to serve their enemies in one of all things, right? What about if you need a driver's license or a birth certificate? What about a business loan, bank account? You got to serve your enemies, right?
Right.
What about the Chinaman? Does he have to serve his enemy? Or can he get his stuff from the Chinaman? Can he go right across the street to Dong Zhao's house and and get what he need? Right? Let's be serious. Right? He can, right?
Yeah.
Right? What about the Arab man? Huh? You know, he's sitting there, he don't got the proper ingredients for the curry that day. You don't got to come to America to get it. You can go right next door and get it. Aladdin got it. You got the carpets. You got the red dots for the heads. Right? What about, it says you got to serve your enemies in one of all things. Keep reading.
And he
Hold on. Let me finish this verse. And he, that enemy,
shall put a yoke of iron upon thy neck.
he shall what?
Put a yoke of iron upon thy neck.
What are we reading from? Did we write this book?
No.
This is the Bible that they read in church, right? What did it say this enemy was going to do to you?
Put an iron upon his neck.
Do what?
Put an iron upon his neck.
Put a yoke of iron upon your neck. Who did that happen to?
Slaves.
The slaves, your ancestors, right? So, if the Lord is talking to the chosen people, the Israelites, and he said these things will happen to you if you don't obey your God. And these things surely happen to who? They happen to us. Who must we be? We're the chosen people.
Right.
See that? So you brothers just learn your nationality. It only took 5-10 minutes. I know you're in a rush. You're not gonna learn this anywhere else though.
Right.
You're not gonna learn who you are. You're not gonna learn about King David and his mighty works. Right? You're not gonna learn about King Solomon. You're not gonna learn about the mighty prophets. Your forefathers are literally the men of the Bible. Right? They're not gonna teach you this in church. They're not gonna teach you this in advanced history, historical studies. They're not gonna teach you none of this stuff. They're gonna teach you that white people were Greek gods, and they're gonna teach you about Constantine. They're gonna teach you about Hannibal. All these great white figures, Alexander. They're never gonna tell you that you are God's chosen people
At all.
The greatest secret ever told is right here in the Bible. That's why this is important. That's why it's important you stop. Because no matter what you got to do, whether you got to go to a damn dinner, whether mama needs a damn pork chop, Brenda had a baby, nothing's more important than knowing your nationality. Nothing's more important than knowledge yourself. Because you can, how old are you?
19.
You're 19. How old are you?
19.
You're 18.
19.
Now for 18 years, you brothers have been told that you're just black, African American. Our people don't know their nationality. They have no idea who they are. They speak English comfortably. They walk up and down, break the Lord's Sabbath day. We walk in ignorance of God's laws, his statutes, and his commandments, the heritage that he gave us. So as young men, it's your duty to learn who you are. It's your duty to come back to the Lord, your God. Because you're going to have children one day. And you can't just teach them that they just niggas.
Right.
Right? Kind of put them in the mirror. You got to hold it like this, son. Kind of tilting the gun sideways. That's what niggas teach their sons nowadays, man.
Right.
Teach them how to rap.
Right.
You got it's on beat, man. On beat. You hear the bass? Boom, right there. Drop. Come in. Drop in.
How to put a condom on.
That's our heritage. That's all niggas know. What's our heritage right now today? What niggas want to do? Shoot, rap, chase women, drive a nice car. And they don't want to work hard to get it either.
But they say
They need it.
money.
Hey, it's my money. I need it now.
Yep.
Niggas need it now, right? Don't we need it now? Can we wait? We need it right now. We gotta flex right now, man. We need the women right now. Alright? So y'all will be Israelites according to the Bible. That's God's chosen people. And there's way more curses. There's way more things that identify you and tell you who you are when you open up this Bible. We're the only people who have been destroyed, mentally degraded for a half a millennium. And today we don't even care about who we are. How often do you ask yourself, who am I? You don't even think about it, do you? Why? Because you can go to the store, you can get a cold drink, you can go to the club, right, get some action. We can do all these things, follow the lust of our flesh. But nothing out here is promoting self-knowledge. That's why we got to come out here. It's Saturday. Don't y'all know we could be doing anything with our Saturdays? Don't y'all know we got children, wives, families? right? We got a lot of things we could be doing, but we want to let our brothers know that they're God's chosen people.
That's right.
And I know y'all understand exactly what we're saying. So what does it mean now that you know you're Israelite? What do you got to do? Huh?
Learn more about our nationality.
You got to worry about your nationality.
Learn more about it.
That's right. You got to learn more about your nationality, right? Because there's certain things. The Lord said, if you don't obey me, I'm gonna punish you.
Right.
So they didn't obey the Lord, right? Because we got punished. I'm gonna give y'all a simple commandment, and I'm gonna let y'all leave. All right? Give me Leviticus 11 or something. I'm gonna give y'all a simple commandment. Y'all say I've been to church before, right? What they do after church? They leave and do what?
Go back to the same old things.
Huh?
Go back to the same old things.
Same old things, right? Do they y'all ever got together after church with family? Maybe eat. Right? What they eat? What they eat when they get together?
Whatever's.
You had church breakfast. You ever had that church breakfast downstairs?
Yeah.
What's in that breakfast?
Eggs,
Biscuit. What else? What kind of meat they serve?
Hey, I don't eat pork.
You don't eat pork?
That's what you lean into.
Okay. You don't eat pork, but do they eat pork in the church?
Some do, yeah.
Some do. Now, is that allowed according to God?
I'm pretty sure in like Matthew he talks about how you can eat all things.
It says that in Matthew you can eat all things.
I'm pretty
Pull
sure.
it up. Show me. Google. You got Google. Show
Let
me.
me try.
Show me. You gotta fix that. Show me right now.
We gotta go in a minute though.
Now you good. Google it, man. You got the phone. You got AI. You can ask ChatGPT. Where in the Bible does it say I can eat everything that I want? You know you got to keep the charge of the Lord. That's how you're going to change your community. That's how you're going to teach our young men to pull their pants up, stop killing each other. That's how you're going to teach our women to put clothes on. You got to keep the charge of the Lord. That's what you got to implement. You got to implement, stop hating your brothers. Stop rapping about the degradation of the community. Stop allowing our women to walk around half naked, thinking they're the head of men. Right? We gotta wake up and be men in these last days. You see that?
That was unnecessary.
You see? No, it's necessary. It's necessary. Because the nigga down the block not gonna tell you that.
Right.
Right? Hey, our men ain't gonna stand up to be men. Right? They let women rule over them just so they can get a damn look. We're not worried about these women, man. These women are haughty. They got nothing to offer but old, worn out cooch. That's all they got, man. Right? And our brothers aren't, man. They scared of the women.
Right.
They let the women walk over them, man. They turn a blind eye to truth. And we're not trimming our ways for truth. We gonna speak truth and righteousness, man. We gotta keep the charges of the Lord. Aren't you tired of women ruling over us? Right? Being the heads of the damn household? When did women become the heads of the household? Right? Every brother's living, shacking up with a woman. As soon as she mad, what happened? You gotta go, Tyrone. Tyrone calling his boys, you know, I can stay with you for the night. You know, this world is backwards, bro. You got effeminate men like Lloyd who have no idea how to spark a change in young brothers' mind. What young man is gonna listen to you prancing and sashaying up and down Granby Street? What young man in his right mind is gonna listen to you? The Lord said abstain from all appearance of evil, right? Get 1 Thessalonians 5. You know who you are? You know your nationality?
Not really.
Not really. We gonna show you. I'm gonna bring this out real quick.
The book of 1 Thessalonians chapter 5, verse number 22.
Bring it out.
Abstain from all appearance of evil.
What did the Lord say?
Abstain from all appearance of evil.
Now the appearance of evil, right? That's going into your actions, how you dress, because the Lord tells us a man shall be known by his look. So if you're walking around here sashaying, you know, your wrist broke when you're talking to me, you're speaking in an effeminate manner, that's the appearance of evil. What are you teaching young men? It's okay to be like this. Because who's the leaders of the generation? Who's the leaders of the new school? We are. We were once those young men who looked up to the uncles, who looked up to the grandfathers and the fathers of the communities, if you had them. Now we are the men that the youngins are going to look up to. We the unks now, man. You know what I'm saying? Bring out Deuteronomy 28. We're going to show you who you are. Right, now you know the story of Moses? Now, there's a famous quote Moses said. He went to Pharaoh. He said, "Let my people go." You ever heard that?
No.
Right. So
Oh, yeah.
you heard that, right? Maybe when you're younger, you saw the movie. It's called Prince of Egypt. Right? Moses went to Pharaoh. His people were in bondage. Right? The Israelites. They were in bondage under Pharaoh. Moses said, "Let my people go." Pharaoh wouldn't let them go, so he sent plagues. Right? He sent the frogs, the boils, the locusts, the darkness. Eventually, the Lord killed all the firstborn children of Egypt. Right? They had to put the blood of the lamb on their doorposts, right, to stop the death angel from coming through. Now, after he rescued them, he parted the Red Sea, right, and they walked through the Red Sea. Now, this is taking place after that happened, right? Bring this up.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse number 15. But it shall come to pass,
The Lord's telling them this is what's going to happen.
if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God,
If you refuse to listen to my words,
to observe to do all his commandments and his statutes, which I command thee this day,
right, to do my laws, statutes, and commandments, to show yourself a man like we just read,
that all these curses,
all these what?
that all these
The Lord
curses
said all these curses,
shall come upon thee and overtake thee.
these curses are going to come upon you and overtake you, right? Let's get some of the curses. Get verse 16.
Verse number 16.
Bring it out.
Cursed shall thou be in the
The
city,
Lord said, "Cursed shall thou be in the city." Right? Now, when you think about all the different nationalities of the people, how is the Arab man living in the cities? Right? Where are you from?
Pennsylvania.
Pennsylvania. What part? Philly. Is the Arab man in the ghettos of Philly?
They own a lot of stores.
They own. Nah, but are they living in the damn ghettos? Nah, right? But they got ownership there. They own every corner store. Right? Same thing here. You go down the street to the 7-Eleven, who's in the corner store? The Arab man. Why is that? The Lord said, "Cursed shall be in the cities." What about the so-called white? Is he cursed in the cities? Right? Are they banging blocks? Killing each other over colors? Are they cursed in the cities? Who's cursed in the cities in Philly?
What? You mean like cursed?
Who's cursed? Who's on drugs in Philly, on the street?
A lot of black people.
Who's killing each other in Philly?
You know.
Over hoods,
Yeah.
GDs, vice lords, blood. Right? The Lord said his people will be cursed in the fields. Now, out of all of the history you know, or whatever you were taught since you were a kid up until now, right? Have you ever been taught that someone else was cursed in the fields? No, right? It's obvious, because these curses, get more to verse 46.
the book of Deuteronomy, chapter
The
28,
Lord said these things would be made obvious in the last days, because these curses are what? Bring it out.
verse number 46. And they shall be upon thee for a sign
These curses will be a sign
and for a wonder.
and a wonder. These curses are a literal sign. Like just like this is a sign to show you what's going on, these things were a sign to you. Because in the last days, you would discontinue from your heritage, right? Because of this, you will forget who you were. Nevertheless, this was left as a sign so you can remember who you were in the last days. Because the Lord said his people will be cursed in the cities, cursed in the field. He said these curses will be a sign and what?
And they shall be upon thee for a sign and for a wonder,
Right?
and upon thy seed forever.
And these curses will be upon their children forever. So we suffer from these curses to this day. Right? Let's get some of the curses. Get the major ones. Get verse 32.
Verse number 32. Thy sons and thy daughters shall be given into another people.
Whose sons and daughters were given to another people? Black people, so-called black people. That was us, right? What's going on, King? How you feeling today? All right? The Lord said, thy sons and thy daughters shall be given unto another people.
And thine eyes shall look and fail with hunger for them all the day long.
And the brother always bring this one out, right? Because you'd be working in the cotton field, right? You know, and your youngin had to be there too. 2 years old, he in the cotton field, which you might not be able to work too much, but he out there learning, observing. Because in a couple years, he gonna be doing the same thing. Hey, but if Master made an agreement with Mr. Smith down the block, guess what? They're coming and they're snatching that child up with no remorse and they're selling them. Right? That's what they did. They sold our children to another people.
Right.
It's no coincidence, right? You from Philly, you probably done met 4 other brothers that look just like your uncle, man, right here in Norfolk. Why the hell he look like Uncle Fred? Why he look like Frank? Why he look like Jamal?
Right.
Hey, we were sold to different people. We were scattered to the 4 corners. That's our history in the Bible. Right? It says in your eyes, did you read that part? Read that part again. In your eyes.
And thine eyes shall look and fail with hunger for them all the day long.
And you're going to fail with longing for them all the day long. Because there's nothing you could do to get your family back because you're a slave.
And there shall be no might in thine hand.
There's no might in your hand to do anything about it. That's the history that we went through. History you go through, that's your reality. right? Because if you discipline your child, right? Say you sitting down in a doctor's office and little Timmy's just walking around, he's smacking people, he's flipping tables, and you decide to take your belt off and give him 3 lashes, whop, 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 and someone records you, who's knocking on your door? CPS. But that's your child, right? Because sometimes words don't help. The Lord said, spare the rod, spoil the child. Sometimes children, they'll understand a harsh rebuke like a whipping more than they'll understand, hey son, you gotta sit down and chill out. And we know that. You got whippings when we were younger. Did you turn out bad? Nah, you got whippings. I got whippings. Yep. You got whippings. Hey, sometimes, hey, you gotta do what you gotta do.
Right.
And now that I'm older, I understand because I got sons of my own. You know what I'm saying? Now, there was no might in our hand. Right? To this day, there's no might in our hand. Because you can't, if CPS wants your kid, yeah, you can get them back, but it's a long, strenuous, prolonged process.
You gotta move right though?
Huh?
Don't you just gotta move right, like knowing the system, you're not supposed
Exactly,
to allow
right.
stuff like
You
that.
gotta move right, but sometimes it's inevitable. You know how many brothers are locked up unjustly? Right?
Good point.
You know, my little cousin, he my little cousin. We the same age though. I think I'm like 3-4 months older than him. His name Malik. When he was younger, bro, I think he had to be in like 4th or 5th grade. He went to school and told the people at school that he didn't eat. First of all, people came and knocked on the door.
Yeah.
They knocked on my aunt's door, bro. They was trying to and my aunt got like 15 kids. They came and knocked on the door, started looking around, but he got his ass whipped. Right? So sometimes it's inevitable, man. Right? And he was eating, man. But he's a kid. But at the mouth of a so-called black child, they took it for what it was. He's not eating. We gotta go check on him.
Right.
Just to do some wickedness. They saw an occasion to do some wickedness, and they took it. That's the system we live in. Watch this. I'm gonna get the major one. So get 48. What's your name?
Jason.
Jason. I'm Yah. Okay, nice to meet you. We the watchman for Israel.
Right.
Right. Bring that up.
Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse number 48.
Bring it out.
Therefore shalt thou serve thine enemies.
Now the Lord said, remember, these people were gonna suffer these curses if they didn't obey. One of the curses is, therefore shalt thou serve thine enemies. Read.
Which the Lord shall send against thee,
The Lord was gonna send their enemies against them.
in hunger, and in thirst, and in nakedness.
Now, you got to serve your enemies in hunger and thirst and in nakedness. Just like our forefathers depended on so-called white men for food, for drink, for clothing, right? Who do we depend on today? If you want water, who you got to go to?
Really a store, but what do you think?
Who owns the store?
The store owner.
Which is who?
It's a variety
Who
of
owns
different-
Food Lion?
Food Lion? Obviously, that's like a corporation. And that's
Who more than
owned
likely?
by another company, and of course, it's white people.
Right. Who owns Walmart, bro?
Bro, white people. But
Jason,
it's
who-
like black people.
Jason, hold on, Jason. Who owns McDonald's?
You name it, major corporations have
I
been here
mean,
for over 100
okay,
years.
give me a black-owned business that we can go to and get
I
our
don't
food.
know.
Isn't that a shame?
Oh, Oasis.
Oasis.
It's a black man. I think he started in maybe Alabama. Just search Oasis grocery store.
And where he get his? Oh, go ahead.
What type of business is it?
It's a grocery store.
Grocery
It's like
store.
a natural, organic, plant-based grocery store. But they have a variety of different
Where you get
things.
his equipment from to sit there to stock up the stuff inside the grocery store?
So you saying who's manufacturing everything?
Right.
The white
Who
people.
do you buy the building from?
Huh?
Who do you buy the building from?
Right.
Probably a white
What about the land that the
if he
building's on?
didn't-
Hold on,
Go ahead,
Jason.
go ahead,
What
go
about
ahead.
the land that the building's on?
Okay.
So even though you're going to this so-called black-owned business,
Yeah.
right, to buy your seeds or whatever you need, you got to pay rent to the goddamn devil.
Right.
But that's like reality though, no? Because
No, is that the Chinaman's reality?
But listen though, it's like they have position in their country. You know what I mean? And they group themselves together in a different way than America, I guess you could say. So it's like
So real quick, is that the Arabs man reality?
no, because listen, his
Hold on, I'm just asking the question. It's either yes or no. Is it the Arabs man reality?
what here?
Does he
Or
have to
it-
be here or can he go to his country?
You can go to a country.
So in his country, is that his reality?
No,
What about the Chinaman?
no,
What about the East Indian man?
no.
The Japanese man?
'Cause that's
Hold
their-
on.
That's their
hold,
country.
Hold on.
They developed that
Hold on,
country. They
Jason.
conquered the land on that country.
Jason, what about the Russian man?
bro. No.
But your reality is what? You gotta go to the white man. Now,
Yeah.
when you go to your country, you
I
can do
never
it.
denied that.
When you go to your country, you can do what you want, right? You go buy
Where's
for
my
your
country?
That's the point, Jason.
I don't have like.
That's the
I don't-
point.
you
So
know,
when you're saying, yeah, there
You
are
saying
some black.
Israel is our country?
I didn't say that. Not
No,
yet.
I'm just curious. I'm wondering, is that your thinking though, or where you think that we're from is this new age generation of black people? You understand
Where are
what
we
I'm
from?
saying? No,
Like our
where-
origin?
Like you say that different places can go back to places, and that's where their people are.
Is that
It's
not
like-
true?
Huh?
Is that not true?
You said that, right? That is true.
Right.
I'm saying right. So it's like black Americans, if you want to say that.
So-called.
Listen, where this is the only place we can go.
But
I'm
why
just
is
saying.
that?
Because we were brought over here, and then this is where our new, like, I don't know.
Because we were brought here, we have to accept the things we're subjugated to. You can be killed. You can be shot down in the street by a so-called white man, right?
He's shot down by anybody.
Hold on. Listen to what I'm saying. He can get paid time off. Now the difference is that white man killed you because you were black.
Right.
Ain't no other black man killing you because you black. That's the whole
I
difference.
think you're wrong. I'm gonna tell you why.
You know niggas killing niggas because they niggas.
Self-hate, bro.
Nah.
I ain't never heard of a case where a
Self-
brother kill another brother
Bro,
because he a brother.
self-hate.
No,
They
niggas
hate
kill each other
themselves,
over.
So they are their own people. They don't just be killing white people for
But
nothing.
you not out. We out.
It's
We
all
out.
for
We,
nothing.
we
It's
think he
out-
missed
self-hate.
it.
You missing it.
He
You
missed
missing
it.
it. White people kill white people, right? Are they killing each other because they white? No. They have disagreements, disputes.
This shit,
Okay,
right,
it's the
right.
same thing between black. Now, regardless of our disputes are,
Nah, I see what
he
you're
brings this block, I bring this block.
Right,
They're not
right,
killing
right.
each other just be solely because you a
I understand.
nigga.
I know what you're
You
saying.
get what I'm saying?
You talking about direct.
Now,
Right,
because when
right.
we talk about the condition, you got to understand it was all set up. There's a reason you don't have a country you can go to. There's a reason you don't have a language you can speak.
100%.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah.
So when we're talking about how the Chinaman can go spend his money with the Chinaman, he has a choice. He can come to America and prosper, or he can stay in his own country and prosper. You have no choice. You have to be here and suffer to the day you die. And regardless if you feel like you can flourish, nevertheless, you're still subject to another ethnicity, another race of people. That's the problem. So when the Lord says you got to serve your enemies for food, thirst, and nakedness, meaning the clothes on your back, he wasn't talking about the Chinaman because he don't got to do that. He wasn't talking about the Arab man because he don't got to do that. He was talking about you.
Right.
You have to do. You have no choice.
Right.
You got to go to his establishments when you're hungry. You need clothes.
Right,
Your
right,
children need diapers. Right? Mama might need some medicine. You got to be subjugated to him. Right? It said, read it again from the top.
Okay.
Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse number 48.
Break it out.
Therefore shalt thou serve thine enemies,
Right?
which the Lord shall send against thee,
Right?
in hunger, and in thirst,
And in thirst.
and in nakedness,
Right?
and in want of all things.
Name one thing in this life that you don't have to get from your oppressor. We'll pack up and go away.
You will right now.
Huh?
Hair. Hair.
Hair?
Hair. Everything. That's I got it.
Well, brother.
I got it
The
right
Lord's
there.
talking
I
about
got it.
physical things. So in want of all things, you don't have a want for air. You're born breathing air. But you have a want for a place to live.
I got
You
something.
have a hold on. You have a want for a social security card. You got a want for a business loan. You need a car, right? You need glasses.
Right,
You need a new
right.
prescription every couple years.
Yeah.
Who you going to?
I understand.
All right. And it says, in one of all things, and what's this enemy going to do?
And he shall put a yoke of iron upon thy neck,
He shall what?
and he shall put a yoke of iron upon thy neck.
Now we can sit here and debate the semantics of it. Nevertheless, we're reading out of a 4,000-year-old book. We're reading a prophecy that was said that was going to happen to a certain group of people, and it came to pass and happened to these people because they got to serve their enemies in one of all things. They had yokes of iron put on their neck. They bear witness to the things that are written in this book. Right? Don't you bear witness to that? Didn't your ancestors have yokes of iron on their neck? Aren't you subjugated to the ghettos and slums?
Yeah.
Right? You were born in the part. You didn't choose that. You know about redlining,
Right.
right? It's not like we chose to be in the worst parts of the cities with damn trains running through your neighborhoods. Why they got every neighborhood? Niggas got trains running through their neighborhoods. It's meant to be that way, bro. They ain't gonna put them in the white communities. It's too loud. So it's a disturbance. Niggas got you got a train close to you.
I used to.
You got a train close to you. Nah. You live in Norfolk, man. I know you got a train close to you,
Like
man.
3 blocks from my mom's crib.
Yeah, bro. I got a train literally a street away.
Listen,
It's a train,
let
a
me
loud
ask
ass
you
train
something,
too.
right?
Go ahead.
How important, like, what gets more focused, the past, history, or the future? And like, what's
The
the
history.
goal with this in terms of how to get out of? Because it's like we can state the solutions, and it may be tough for some people to understand them. But okay, you understand them, then you got to go to the solutions or the problem. You know what I mean? Like you got to go to the solution. So it's like, what does that look like?
All right, I'm gonna show you. Now, real quick. First, you have to go through the history, because without this, you would tell me your nationality is what? Black. Is that a nationality, or is that a color?
It's a color.
So it's not a nationality, right?
But I think there's an idea to black though. Like when we say black, obviously they say words matter, right? But black is usually in reference to black Americans that were descendants of slaves. So it's like,
why did they choose the word black? Didn't they know who they were bringing over here?
Think about it. We didn't even get to decide.
I know that, but
I'm just thinking about it.
But didn't we have a nationality when we came over here? We didn't call ourselves black.
No, sure.
So the connotation to the word black is what? What does black mean?
Darkness.
Darkness.
Okay.
What else?
Void of all color.
Void of all.
I think black is
negativity.
all color.
Negativity.
Yeah.
Right. How you doing?
He asked me for a card last night.
Yes,
I got one now.
I appreciate you.
That's a cool school right there.
Okay. What's going on, brother?
I'm sorry.
Yes, ma'am.
Did you want one too?
Yeah, Chief.
Thank you, Chief. How you doing, brother? Well, I appreciate that too, for sure.
Well, at least you alerted me so I can refill. Thank you.
Oh, great.
All right, I see you.
All right.
Have a good one.
Safe out here. All right. So, the point I was making came. Black has a connotation. Everything black is what? Negative, evil, hateful, dark, right? And everything white is what? Good, benevolent, right? So, and even though white people, they have a nationality. They can tell you their origins. Dutch, Irish, French, Spanish, from wherever. They choose to be called white because it's the opposite of you. You can never, you get what I'm saying? So it's definitely a connotation on black. But what we're out here showing is nationality. Because the Lord never called anyone black, African American. He never called anyone Dutch, French. He never called anyone any of that stuff. Right? So if you resonate with the things we just read out of the book of Deuteronomy, and you agree these things happen to our people, right? It's the Bible. See that? What do you think we was reading?
No, I assumed it was
Some type of history? Oh, okay.
No, but then I seen Israel, and I thought that was related to Islamic and Muslims and shit.
No.
I was just curious about what y'all was talking about.
Okay, we might have to get into that. So, Israel is completely different from Islam. All right? So, right here, right? If you resonate with the curses of Deuteronomy, you would be an Israelite, right? More than likely from the tribe of Judah. All right? You see at the top, American, black, Judah. More than likely, this will be you. Now, they taught us that we were just... They taught us that... Hold on, King. They taught us that we were just niggas, African Americans. They taught us these things, but God gave us a nationality. Because in the Bible, the Lord's talking to the Israelites. And if these things happen to us, who must we be? The Israelites. It's pretty simple. Because he can't read this and say, this happened to my ancestors. I deal with this today. They can't do it. So remember, these curses are a sign and a wonder. Get Jeremiah 17 and 4 real quick. Let's show the brother why these curses are a sign and a wonder.
Jeremiah chapter 17, verse number 4.
Bring it up.
And thou, even thyself, shalt discontinue from thy inheritance that I gave thee.
So it's prophesied these people would discontinue from their heritage. Go ahead.
And I will cause thee to serve thine enemies.
Because the Lord caused them to serve their enemies.
And the land which thou knowest not.
In the land that they never knew.
Ye have kindled a fire in mine anger,
Right?
which shall burn forever.
Because they discontinue from their heritage because they continue to disobey the Lord. Right? What other people you know doesn't have a heritage but us?
I got a good question. So like,
I just asked a question.
oh yeah,
What other people don't have a heritage?
I know what you mean. Like other than black people, everybody else has a place.
They have a heritage.
Right,
What other
right,
people
right,
went
right,
through
right.
this but us?
I understand.
So all these things, all these signs are pointing to who?
Us.
Us.
Well, look, didn't
Go ahead.
that come out before slavery?
Yeah, that's
So
the
are
point.
you
It's
saying
prophecy.
that this is a prediction?
It's a prophecy.
So what else? What does it say the future of us is?
The
I guess
future?
we can say. Yeah.
That's a great question. Can you get Isaiah 14:1? That's a great question, bro.
Isaiah chapter
You got an
14,
intuitive mind.
verse
and-
number
and
1.
You know, we're not able to have a lot of conversations like this. You know, and it's real refreshing, man. Break it up.
With Isaiah chapter 14, verse number 1. For the Lord will have mercy on Jacob, and will yet choose Israel,
Read.
and set them in their own land.
We're Jacob. So Jacob, his name was changed to Israel, right? That's who we descend from, the man Jacob, whose name was changed to Israel. That's why we are the Israelites, right? So the Lord will choose us, right? Read.
And the strangers shall be joined with them,
So the other people are going to be joined with us, read.
and they shall cleave to the house of Jacob,
Just like we cleave to the white man, they're going to cleave to us, read.
and the people shall take them
We're going to take them.
and bring them to their place.
We're going to have to bring them to their place because they're not going to willfully serve Jason, right? Because Jason's from Philly and he's a nigga, right? And he could never rule over them. So we're going to have to take them by force, read.
And the house of Israel shall possess them, and the land of the Lord for servants and for handmaids.
That's the end all be all. Now, if you want to know how that's going to happen, we can get into that too. The Lord said, at the end of the day, we're going to possess our enemies. We're going to rule over our oppressors. Because it was get real quick before you get that. Get Revelation. Get Revelation 2:9.
The book of Revelation, chapter 2, verse number 9. I know thy works and tribulation and poverty, but thou art rich.
So the Lord says He knows our poverty. He knows we're born in the slums of Portsmouth, right? Savannah, Georgia, right? Philadelphia, PA. He knows our poverty. He knows our works. He knows our trials and tribulations. But we're still rich because we were given all the promises, the blessings, the service of the Most High. That's how we're rich in spirit. So He says He knows everything we're going through. Read.
And I know the blasphemy
Blasphemy, the great lie,
of them which say they are Jews,
right?
and are not,
He knows the lie of the men in your land calling themselves Jews and are not.
but are the synagogue of Satan.
That's who they are, right? Because who owns the banks? You understand, right? Who owns, who owns these perverted sexual sites where you can, click on a video and get your,
Right.
who owns these things? It's them, right? They own all of that. You finance the slave trade. It was them. The synagogue of Satan. They're in your land pretending to be you. Bring it up.
The book of Revelation, chapter 13, verse number 9.
Bring it out.
If any man have an ear, let him hear.
Right?
He that leadeth into captivity,
He that leadeth into captivity. Who led us into captivity? Right? He that leadeth into captivity.
shall go into captivity.
Go ahead.
He that killeth with the sword
He that killeth with the sword.
must be killed with the sword.
Come on.
Here is the patience and the faith of the saints.
So we're patiently waiting on that righteous recompense. Because the last shall be first and the first shall be last. So we're waiting. We need literal divine intervention. You know how that's going to happen? That's going to happen by thermonuclear fire. Right? When you read, get Revelations 14. Get Revelations 14 and verse 8. Revelations 14 and 8.
The book of Revelation, chapter 14, verse number 8, and it reads, and there followed another angel, saying, Babylon is fallen, is fallen.
So this is, you're living in Babylon the Great.
Right.
Another angel came and said, Babylon is fallen, is fallen. Right? That's why when you read the book of Daniel, the Most High said, I beheld till the thrones were cast down. Meaning these nations that you see today, whether it be Russia, America, China, all these nations are going to be cast down. But chiefly the great whore that sits on many waters, which is Babylon the Great, aka America, the US of A. Read.
That great city,
The great city. Read.
because she made all nations drink of the wine of the wrath of her fornication.
She made all nations drink of the wine of the wrath of her fornication. Read.
And the third angel followed them,
Come on.
saying with a loud voice,
Saying what?
if any man worship the beast and his image, and receive his mark
Come on.
in his forehead or in his hand, the same shall drink of the wine of the wrath of God,
Right?
which is poured out without measure into the cup of his indignation.
Read on.
And he shall be tormented with fire and with brimstone in the presence of the holy angels.
Go to verse. Go to verse. Read this.
The book of Revelation, chapter 14, verse number 15.
Bring it out.
And another angel came out of the temple, crying with a loud voice to him that sat on the cloud, thrust in thy sickle
He said, "Thrust in thy sickle." Read
and reap,
and do what?
and weep.
Read.
For the time is come for thee to reap.
Right.
For the harvest of the earth is ripe.
Come on.
And he that sat on the cloud thrust his sickle on the earth,
Right.
and the earth was reaped.
So this is going into the judgment of the earth. The Lord is going to literally cut down all those that are proud and do wicked. He's going to cut down Babylon the Great and bring the city to naught with thermonuclear fire. We can get into that. Keep reading.
From the sun.
No, from thermonuclear missiles.
So
Right.
you're saying
The-
people are going to set that off.
Oh yeah, the Lord does His will through man.
Right.
Right? He's practical. He's not going to come down here and press the button himself. He's going to get Putin to do it. Right? Or Biden's going to have one of those
But
episodes
is
where
that
he
not?
slips.
Is that not the devil though? Because that's the devil.
You said, hold on. Finish this real quick. I'm going to answer that question. Go ahead.
And another angel came out of the temple which is in heaven, he also having a sharp sickle. And another angel came out from the altar, which had power over fire.
Which what?
Which had power over fire.
So this angel has power over fire. Read.
And cried with a loud voice.
Right?
Cried to him that had the sharp sickle.
Come on.
Saying, thrust in thy sharp sickle.
Right?
And gather the clusters of the vine of the earth.
Right?
For her grapes are fully ripe.
So there's an angel that has power over fire. That's how this place is going to be destroyed. That's prophesied all throughout the Bible. Right? Now you say is that some devilish stuff?
Yeah.
No. At the end of the day, these people can't get away scot-free.
Right.
And us as Negroes here in America, we can't do nothing about it. We don't have a military. We don't have a militia. We don't have any type of economic security. We don't have any power to do anything. We're subject to whatever. If the police come right now and say, get on your knees, nigga, you got to get on your knees.
Right.
It's enough said. Ain't nothing you can do. That's why we need divine intervention. Watch this. Bring this up.
The book of Isaiah, chapter 45, verse number 7.
Bring it
Bring
out.
I form the light and create darkness.
This is the God of the Bible. This ain't the God that grandma taught you about.
Right.
She taught you about kisses, hugs, lollipops. The God of the Bible said what? Read it again.
The book of Isaiah, chapter 45,
And verse
number 7.
Bring it out.
I form the light
The Lord said He forms the light
and create darkness.
and He creates darkness.
I make peace
The Lord makes peace
and create evil.
And create evil.
That's, go ahead.
I,
the Lord, do all these
That's
things.
the God of the Bible. They're not teaching you that in church. In church, they're teaching you to run around and speak in a false Babylonian tongue.
Right.
The God of the Bible is a God of war. Yahweh is His name. He's a God of a righteous recompense. Right? It's a righteous thing for the Lord to fight on our behalf. No one's ever fought for us. They tell you African. When did the Africans say, give me my people back?
At all.
Let the Americans would have went and took some Chinese people.
Sir,
They'll be fighting to this day.
Not to cut you off.
Go
So
ahead.
you saying that since God is doing all this for us, right?
Facts.
Are we His only people? Is that what you're trying to say?
Joel 2:27. This is the brother's getting the pure doctrine right now.
That's right.
Right? You're not gonna get this in church. Joel Osteen's not gonna tell you at 12 o'clock on the the Only Network.
Right.
Yeah, right. What's the other passage? Creflo? They're not gonna teach you this, bro. That's a good question. Bring that up.
The book of Joel, chapter 2, verse number 27.
Bring it out.
And ye shall know that I am in the midst of
The
Israel,
Lord said, I am in the midst of Israel.
and
right?
that I am the Lord your
I'm
God,
the Lord your God.
and none else.
And who?
And none else.
And nothing else. Read.
And my people shall never be ashamed.
The Lord is fighting for you.
Right.
He's your power.
Right.
Why you think Deuteronomy 7:6? Why
Bring
you
it
think
out.
we were created separately? Why you think we were created differently? Right? It's no coincidence that your mind, like you, I'm sure you've pondered on the condition of our people before. I'm sure you've thought about the things you go through and how unfair it is that this guy probably ain't half the man you are, but he's allotted way more privileges.
Right.
Right? Look at him. Look at him. Right? Just waltzing up and down on stolen land. They don't.
Right.
You can't be ashamed. You gotta
Right.
call it out.
That's right.
That guy can get 10 times further knowing 20 times less.
Right.
Haven't put in no work.
Right.
Right.
Bring that out, man.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 7, verse number 6.
Bring it out.
For thou art an holy people
The Lord said we're a holy people.
unto the Lord thy God.
Read.
The Lord thy God hath chosen thee
The Lord chose us,
to be a special people unto himself,
right?
above all people.
No, we equal with the white man.
Above all people.
We equal with the Arab.
Above all
Hey,
people.
don't we run the fastest, jump the highest, look the best, cook the best, do everything better than them, man? We're above all people,
That are upon the face of the earth.
right? Where's the white LeBron James? Larry Bird was garbage. Garbage, man. Where's the white Serena Williams? Mike Jack. We just better, bro. We the salt of the earth. How come we the lowest on the totem pole, yet everyone wants to be like us? Think about it. Does that even make sense? We suffered all of this, right? But like the brother said, if you take that what's that on your head, Ken?
I don't even know. It's like a headband.
See that? You don't even know what it is. Let a Chinese man see you with that. Next week they're gonna be in the music video with a bunch of those on their heads, man.
They already getting locks put in their
Yeah,
head.
they getting locks put in their head, right? The brother said if you put your right shoe on your left foot, you know, and 1 foot barefoot, they gonna be doing the same thing. Why is that? Why do they love our rhythm but hate our blues? Right? You gotta ask yourself that, because the Lord made you greater than everybody. You the salt of the earth. You're the one He's gonna fight for in the last days. Right? He's not dealing with that.
But you talk about the last days. I think, I don't know, the goal is to not, I guess, wait on that. You know what I mean? So it's like, you gotta be applying yourself in the day-to-day to meet some sort of end goal. Like, I feel like with any organization,
Right.
there has to be goals so you can achieve different levels. You know what I mean? So it's like,
You say you gotta wait on it, right?
well,
He wants to. You get what you're gonna do. Go ahead, finish what you're saying.
I got a question for you. Like, how do you visualize? What are these actual, I don't know, goals that you can actually check off the box? What does that look like that is beneficial to this? I guess
I
you
got
could
you.
say.
I got you. Bring out what you're gonna bring out, and I got you.
The book of Zephaniah, chapter 2, verse number 1. Gather yourselves together. Yea, gather together, O nation that desire. Before the decree bring forth. Before the day pass as the shaft. Before the fierce anger of the Lord come upon you. Before the day of the Lord's anger come upon you.
So the brother's showing you that the day of the Lord's wrath is first of all, it's gonna come like a thief in the night. We have no idea when it's gonna come, but we know that we're living in the last days because of the signs of the times.
Right.
Right. When you hear earthquakes in diverse places, like they just had an earthquake in New York. That's unheard of. Right? You see all these blood moons happening, all these wars and rumors of wars. Like a woman in travail, right? That a woman in travail about to bring forth trial, those contractions begin to get closer and closer together. So you see all the things happening right now in the times we're living in. Right? Now, you said what is the end goal? Get Ecclesiastes 12 and 13.
Bring it out.
Get Ecclesiastes 12 and 13. I'm gonna show you the end goal. Because remember, why did we go through this according to the Bible?
To rule in the future, I guess?
No. The Lord said, but it shall come to pass. If thou shalt not observe to obey, to do my commandments and my statutes which I command you this day, that all these curses shall come upon you and overtake you. So this happened because we decided to disobey the Most High, right? Yeah. We decided to do what we wanted to do.
I just had an idea. I'm listening. I'm gonna break it down.
Bring that up.
Book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 12, verse number 12.
Bring it up to 13.
13. Salaki. Let us hear the conclusion of the whole matter. Fear God and keep His commandments.
You hear that, brother?
Keep God.
Fear God and keep His commandments. That's the whole conclusion. That's the only way that you can be saved in these last days. You gotta fear God and keep His commandments. Now, one of His commandments is you have to have faith in Christ when you read Deuteronomy 18 and 18. So you literally have to fear God and keep His commandments. Do you know the commandments of the book?
No. No, not really.
We're gonna show you. All right. Did you want to bring something out?
I did have a question. So, do you not believe in free will? Because you say that, like, to be saved, you gotta fear God and keep commandments, but can you not just do that free willingly? I don't know.
What do you mean?
Like,
okay, you can't choose anything. It's either the Lord has put it in your spirit and chosen you from aforetime, right, to keep His commandments,
Right.
or you've been chosen from the foundations of the earth unto destruction.
Book of Amos chapter 9, verse number 10.
Bring it out.
All the sinners of my people shall die by the sword.
You hear what the Lord said? Read it again.
All the sinners of my people shall die by the sword.
All the sinners of our people are going to die by the sword. So either you're predestined unto life eternal, which is the keeping of the commandments, or you're predestined to die by the sword. It's that simple, because the Lord gave us choices. He gave us life and death, right? Life, get life and death for the brother. You had something you wanted to bring up? Okay, get life and death. Then, you know what I want? Deuteronomy 30. Deuteronomy 30 and 15.
The book of Deuteronomy chapter 30, verse number 15. See, I have set before thee this day life and death.
Right?
Life and good, death and evil.
So the Lord gave us two choices, life and good and death and evil. Read on.
And that I command thee this day to love the Lord thy God,
Right?
to walk in his ways and to keep his
And
commandments.
to do what?
And to keep his commandments.
So life eternal is the keeping of the Lord's commandments. That's why when you read Revelations 14 and 12, it says, here are they that keep the commandments of the Lord. Now, some of the commandments are very simple. We have yet to get into, we gotta bring the commandments out for the brother. Right? Because this is what this whole thing is about. This is the whole duty of man, to fear God and to keep his commandments. Right? And it's simple things that our people do on a daily basis that anger the Most High. Right? And suddenly shall his wrath spring forth. Right? Bring that out, King. Real quick, let's get the commandments. Get Leviticus 11. Hey, real quick, Elder, listen to this verse. Listen to this verse. Listen to this one verse. It's going to take 30 seconds. Bring that out.
Leviticus chapter 11, verse number 7.
Bring it out.
And the swine,
Y'all know what swine is? You know what swine is?
Go ahead. Yes.
though he divide the hoof and be cloven footed, yet he cheweth not the cud, he is unclean to you.
What's that pork chop?
He is unclean to you.
What's that pepperoni?
He is unclean to you.
What's that bacon?
He is unclean to you.
Come on.
Of their flesh shall you not eat, and their carcass shall you not touch. They are unclean to you.
You can't eat pork no more, Elder. Have a good day.
I hear you, my brother.
Now you know the Lord said it. So now you do it, you'll be sinning.
That's right.
See that?
Put-
Now
put
he
that
walks
away.
off and say, I got you. You think he's gonna change his ways?
Who knows? Maybe
Who knows?
Maybe he don't even eat pork. He already did. You never know. Never
You're a
know.
very optimistic brother that I like that.
I am.
Niggas love pork chops. Niggas, we love pork chops, man. Let's just call it what it is. We love pork chops. We love waking up to the smell of grandma frying that thing up. You know, you knew it was gonna be a good day. You smell a pork
I
chop.
just had an Italian hoop 25 before I came here.
Hey,
I'm like, I wasn't even thinking. I was hungry.
Hey, well you can't eat it no more, man.
Yeah, I get it.
Right? Because I know you believe in the Bible.
I never really read it. My dad's and he was the only Jehovah's Witness. Or he wasn't.
So real quick, do you believe in what we read in the Bible? About when we read this out of the Bible? Have you ever heard that before?
No, I haven't really heard none of that. I've never really read the Bible.
Right? But think about it. So, is this true? Did this really happen? Do you believe this happened to us?
Well, that happened during slavery, right?
Did it happen?
Is that yeah?
So, didn't we read it out the Bible that it would happen before it happened?
Yeah.
Would that make this a prophetic book? A book that talks about things that are going to happen before they happen?
How do you know it's not a coincidence?
Huh?
How do you know it's not a coincidence?
How do I know? Get Isaiah 42 and 22. We're going to see. Because it's more.
Yeah.
We gave you like two. It's way more, bro.
Yeah, I know.
We didn't even get to the meat of it, right? But we're going to show you. Get Isaiah 42 and 22.
Bring it out.
Isaiah
Because
chapter
remember,
42.
we read that you got to serve your enemies in one of all things, right? And he's going to put a yoke of iron on your neck. You said maybe it's a coincidence. Is it a coincidence for the Chinaman? Or is it a coincidence for you?
I don't know.
Hold on. Did this happen to the Chinaman or did it happen to you?
It It happened to us.
So if it's a coincidence, it can only be a coincidence for who?
Us.
For us. All right, now bring this up. Let's see if this is a coincidence.
The book of Isaiah chapter 42, verse number 22.
Bring it up.
But this is a people robbed and
The
spoiled.
Lord said his people will be robbed and spoiled.
They are all of them snared in
They're
holes,
snared in holes,
and they are hid in prison houses.
and they are what?
And they are
Hid in prison houses.
What's 12% of the population?
And they
And they are hid in prison houses.
80% of the prison system?
And they are
Hid in prison
Who
houses.
is that? Huh? Is that a coincidence?
How do you know it's not a story? Genuine question.
Because you live in it.
Mm.
Don't your didn't Uncle Ray Ray live this? He do 10 years, man.
But listen, aren't people just people?
You do
People
Deuteronomy 28 and
have-
68.
People have experienced
We gonna see if it's
similar
just a story.
experience. Nah,
Okay.
I'm asking
You can't
a
show
question.
me anywhere in the Bible where these people, where this happened to these people. Bring this up.
Book of Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse number 68.
Bring it out.
And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again.
Now we just talked about how they were slaves in Egypt, right? So if he's saying I'm gonna bring you back into Egypt, he's saying I'm gonna bring you back into what?
Going back to home? No.
No. What were they doing? Were they at home in Egypt or
Oh,
were
no, they
they?
were slaves too. Huh?
So they were slaves in Egypt, and the Lord said I'm gonna bring you back to Egypt again. He said I'm gonna bring you back to what?
Slaves.
Bring you back to slavery. Read it.
The book of Exodus chapter 20, verse number 2.
Bring it up.
I am the Lord thy God, which have brought thee out of the land of Egypt,
Right?
out of the house of
houses.
bondage.
Egypt is the house of bondage, right? So bondage is slavery, right? Watch this.
And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again
Deuteronomy 28:68, and the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt or slavery again.
With ships.
with ships.
With what?
With ships.
Who went into slavery on ships?
With ships.
Hold on. Who went into slavery on ships?
That's kind of crazy. I ain't gonna lie.
Read. Keep reading.
I'm keep it being with
Keep
you.
reading.
It's kind of crazy.
By the way whereof I spake unto thee,
Right?
thou shalt see it no more
You're
again.
not gonna see your homeland again.
And there
There, when you get off those slave ships,
ye shall be sold unto your enemies.
who did that happen to? They got off those slave ships and was sold, right? To your enemies for what?
For bondmen
For slave men,
and bondwomen.
slave women.
And no man shall buy them.
Did anyone ever come and save us out of our slavery?
No.
Did
Kinda
Malcolm
in
X
the
save you out of your slavery?
Well, yeah, I guess.
How?
You said
Aren't you
no?
still here?
Yeah, but I think it's further along the process, no?
That don't mean you're still not in slavery. Just because time passes by.
What if, I don't know. What if your mind's not a slave?
Well, that's good. But your physical body is still here. Subject.
Not really, you're not free to go.
Free to go. What you free to do?
It's a capitalistic society.
If you wanna go to Puerto Rico, what you gotta go get?
Oh, you said a passport and shit.
Why?
Mrs. Smith.
I thought you was free to go. If you have a kid, they gotta have a what? The day they're born, they get a what?
What, birth certificate?
I thought they was free to go,
I get what you're saying.
right? And what else comes with that birth certificate? What numbers? It's like what-
Social Security?
Yeah, I thought you was free to go.
Is that not just how you
No.
officially
No, brother.
run a
No.
system? And
No.
it's not to say that this is
No,
the best
brother.
system, but this is
That's
essentially
you
their
being a
system that they
slave, brother.
built.
The white man makes slaves. That's what he does. You're a slave. You can't get around it. Can you? Yeah, real quick. Can you stop him from doing anything that he wants to do? Do you have a say in his judicial system? Do you have a say in his government, his parliament? Do you have a say on how he runs his economy? No. You're a slave, brother. You have no input. There's nothing you can do about anything that goes on around you. If the police officers wanted to take you in for questioning because you look like a nigga that was identified 2 nights ago, 2 weeks ago in the damn armed assault, guess where you going, bro? You going in.
Right.
You can just sue them. Brother, you ain't gonna win nothing. You know what I mean?
That shit happens though.
No. You gotta stop. Sometimes optimism isn't good. Because you get this false sense of the American dream. You know how many people you know how many people are subject to questioning? There's nothing you can do. That's probable cause. You match the damn prime suspect drawing, man. They couldn't just let you go free. You're not gonna get in trouble for that. Because you could have very well been that guy.
Right.
It's the system, bro. We still slaves. We here to this day. If we was free, they would have sent us back to our homeland. They would have gave you reparations. You shouldn't have to pay taxes on the land that was stolen. When you pick $7 trillion worth of cotton. That's just cotton. What about the tobacco, the sugar cane? What about all the grain you picked and harvested? Right? What about all the white babies your foremothers were forced to raise? What about all our children they killed? They fed the alligators to make gator shoes. What about all the children that were cut out of your grandmother's stomachs, right? And hung upside down, right? And what did they do with it when they took those children out of those stomachs?
Dashed their heads against the stone.
What did they do to the grandmothers?
So they sewed them up.
They sewed them up. Sometimes they'll put a cat, 2 cats, place a bet on which cat will get out first. That's wicked. They gotta go, bro. Right? Because we've been taught that the idealistic society is the society we live in today.
Right.
Where you can go get liquor if you want. You can buy weed if you want. They legalize it. You can be a homosexual if you want. Right? You can pop as many women as you want.
Do what thou wilt.
You can do what thou wilt. That's the society. That's not order. It's chaos.
Right.
Yeah, I understand.
They gotta pay, bro, and they give you all of that so you forget this and turn a blind eye to it.
So do we relocate or do we stay here and build and essentially, eventually try to get power? Because I think that takes long as fuck. And like me personally, I have ideas to actually develop land and create cities.
Think you're the first brother with ideas?
No, I don't think that at all. But I'm just speaking from my ideas. You know what I mean? So I'm just saying I forgot my name.
What happened in Tulsa, Oklahoma?
What did they take it? I know.
Black Wall Street.
What did they flood it?
They dropped bombs on it.
Okay.
What you're talking about is Lake Lanier.
This one of them, I think it's like in New York. They burned all the homes and they flooded it. It's like Central Park. Yeah, right.
So you already know, bro. They not gonna let you get up in this society.
So where do we go? Because
brother. What I'm trying to tell you is, we need divine intervention.
Right.
That's the whole point. There's nothing we can do.
How can you just say that though? There's nothing we can do.
We tried everything. We tried marching. We tried singing. We tried Christianity. We tried Islam. We tried everything. Only thing we haven't done is keep the Lord's commandments. You can try to build you your city and get a bunch of niggas to join you. And let's see if y'all are able to live peaceful. You're gonna have a bunch of niggas with different moral codes, different ethics, different values.
That's why you gotta have structure.
That's just gonna pollute the community.
That's why you gotta have structure though. And it's like I learned that you have to vet people. You know what I mean? People who believe in a mission and they want to build something up like that should move there. Anybody else, I don't know. I feel like the people who built this society, maybe they didn't do a good job, but who's to say that me and whoever my partners are will do a good job?
You ever heard of COINTELPRO?
No, what is it?
You can sit there and start your organization if you want to. But you're going to have somebody that comes up in there, a brother just like yourself, thinking that y'all have the same ideas, and when you go to sleep at night, they going to up the doggone tube like you're in your bed and blow your top back.
What you mean by that?
Like the Black Panther Party. What happened to them?
Infiltrate.
Oh, you saying like a mole or something like that?
Right. That happens all the time.
It never fails.
It never fails. Right. So now, I was gonna say
you gotta move like a general, bro.
All right.
I'm just saying.
You know how many jobs I done got because I lied? I know how to do all that. I love to work. I'm gonna work overtime. As soon as you get the job, then you just switched up. Man, I can't do it this weekend. Maybe next week.
You gotta bet, bro.
You know that? All right.
You gotta bet.
All right.
And then you also just gotta move like a general.
Get Jeremiah 17:9.
The book of Jeremiah, chapter 17, verse number 9, and it reads, "The heart is deceitful above all things, and desperately wicked. Who can know it? I, the Lord, search the heart."
What did he say?
I, the Lord, search the heart.
The Lord searches the heart.
I try the ring,
Right?
even to give every man according to his ways.
So only the Lord truly knows the heart. A man can tell you anything and make you believe anything, brother. Right? These various societies, first of all, you're trying to establish a society within a ruling society.
No, I didn't say that.
But that's what you would be doing. Because if you let's say
that's why I asked you where do we go? Because
that's what I'm trying to tell you.
I'm trying to hear ideas.
We read Isaiah 14. We believe in the Bible. We read Isaiah 14. I don't believe that no Negroes is going to get together and form some utopian society. You don't think so? Hell no. They're not going to allow it. They're going to destroy you. They're going to send their militia, their military. They're going to send their damn Coast Guard, their army, their Green Berets, their drones. They're gonna send all the weapons of war they have and destroy you. They're gonna pollute your water. They're gonna do all type of shit to destroy you.
Even if it's on America?
Hey, tell them about the natives, man. What they doing now?
Yeah, they gave them blankets with smallpox in it, man. These people is wicked. Now, wishful thinking, bro, but you gotta study history. You really gotta study history to think that you like you know, you have these ideas, which is good. We should be having ideas. We should want to help the condition of our people. Nevertheless, you're not the first person who stopped. They got communities down south right now. Brothers getting together, building little towns or whatever. They already got it in action. You could join it, but nevertheless, they're subject to the powers that be.
Right.
They still got to pay taxes. They still got to go to their oppressors for everything they need.
Mm-hmm.
That's not life, bro.
I think the taxes part is always going to be there. You can't get around that. But I don't know. We can manufacture shit. We can just begin to I don't know, promote overall ownership so that you do have some sort of control. Like, I don't think you could just say, oh, let's just give up and, I don't know, not be able to control something. You know what I mean? Taxes is always going to be there.
Right. Well, I'll tell you this, bro. What we want, when we person, you got a scripture? That's Ecclesiastes 3. Verse 1. 3. Check this out. Give Revelations 2:26.
The book of Revelation chapter 2, verse 26, and it reads, And he that overcometh and keepeth my works until the end, to him will I give power over the nations.
This is what we believe. We believe the Lord is going to give us power over the nations. Right? Because we talked about the Icelandic missiles, the nuclear fire. We didn't really get into it. Right? But we might as well. Right? He's going to give us power over the nations.
After that happens?
Right.
So you saying just wait?
What else can you do? You
You
waiting
can-
already.
Huh?
You waiting already.
I'm not waiting.
You gonna build the perfect society.
I'm gonna build my perfect life, my vision.
What about
Nothing's-
your people?
Bro, whoever my people is, they coming. Like, I don't know. I feel like if you move a certain way, your vibration is a certain way, and you just promote that to as many people as you can, and not everybody gets it. You know what I mean? But and then it's going to be other people that's just that same way. That's just going to be, I don't know. You get as many as you can, but that's just what it is.
Right. Check this out. Listen to this.
And he shall rule them with the rod of iron.
He's gonna give us power over the nations, and we're gonna rule them with a rod of iron. Read.
As the vessels of a pilot, they shall be broken to shipping.
You see that? They gotta be broken to shipping. That's what we believe. Get on Isaiah 49 and 23. Get Isaiah 49 and 23.
Isaiah chapter 49, verse number 23, and it reads, And kings shall be like nursing fathers,
Right?
and their queens like nursing mothers.
Right?
They shall bow down to thee with their face toward the earth.
This is what we want. We want these nations to acknowledge the things that they've done. Right? Hold on, Jason. What you doing, bro?
What?
What you doing, bro? Why, bro?
I can't swear.
Well, why you want to smoke, brother?
I don't know. I just like it when I'm talking and shit like that, man.
Who taught you that?
Huh?
Why?
It's been I guess it's a bad habit.
Maybe you gotta break that habit, brother.
You not lying.
You gotta put that out, man. Come on, brother.
Why'd you say nothing to the big
You
though?
better than that.
Yeah, I know.
I didn't even peek the bit. Frankly, man. You better than that, brother.
I know. My dad do it.
That
Not
don't
saying
make it right.
I know. I just grew up around it and all that shit.
That don't make it right.
I'm not saying.
Remember we talked about how do we change our communities? This ain't gonna help change the community. It's gonna teach the young niggas the same thing. Because what you gotta understand is psychology, right? Because what do rappers do? They rap about weed, sex, drugs. They rap about all these things. They smoke blacks. So you may not even be into the other stuff, but you smoking the black. The youngest see you smoking that black.
Yeah.
NBA YoungBoy was just rapping about a black, but he also kills. So now, okay, he's smoking. So it gotta be NBA YoungBoy gotta be right. He got a black. He's smart. So NBA YoungBoy can't be wrong. So now they turn to that black and everything else that comes with it. The tough nigga spirit, blowing smoke in niggas' faces, putting it, ashing on somebody's head.
That's not just character though.
But too, you saying your perfect community, but by you doing that right there, you just destroy your perfect community.
Right.
Next brother sit there, you made smoke.
Yeah.
But, you know, what if you sit there, you got to smoke, he can't get one. You want it now.
It's a community of smokers, man.
And then,
That's what I'm saying. Is everybody has their personal choice though.
What are smokers and what they call the crackheads and they call them smokers, bro?
Yes,
Smokers. Yeah. That's what you producing, bro. It start with that, and next thing you know, they got different stuff they like. You know, they like.
I ain't like that.
They got fit. They got all type of madness.
I know it's
Crack in the
chemicals in
weed.
this, but this not. I rarely even smoke weed like
Put that out. That's what we tell you. Put that out. Put it
Listen,
out. You better than that.
I appreciate that.
You better than that.
I'm gonna tell you that though.
We love you. You an Israelite. That's a fact. We love you for a fact. I don't want you doing that, bro.
none of us do, man. All praise to the Most
I
High.
know you better than that, man.
I've been trying shit, but you know, life, whatever. It's just been a habit that I don't know, eases me a little bit. Of course, it's not a good cycle, but shit, I'm not perfect. I can't even tell you.
You gotta strive to be perfect.
I get what you say. I get
You don't get what I'm saying.
No, I do, cause I do that.
You know,
I do that. I strive to be my best
bring
friend.
that up. You know,
The book of 1 Corinthians chapter 3, verse 16. Know ye not that ye are the temple of God,
right?
and that the Spirit of God dwelleth in you.
Come on.
If any man defile the temple of God,
Do you agree that that defiles the temple when you smoke?
I agree.
If any man defile the temple of God,
him shall God destroy.
see that?
For the temple of God is holy, which temple ye are.
You don't want to defile your temple, bro, unless you be destroyed. You know, the people get cancer when they turn 48, 50. You know, gotta take a lung out or something.
I ain't get it.
Right? Because when you read the book of Numbers, I believe, didn't the priests offer strange fire?
Right, Aaron's two sons.
Yeah, they offer strange fire. That's a strange fire to the Lord. You don't want to, put that black all in your temple, man. It's called a black. Then we just talk about everything black. They try to they're putting it right there in your face. It's called a black, a mild black though. They know all the way back.
Listen, cigarette. Some old head told me this. She said you should break it down. It's C-I regret. Or C-I regret. C-I regret, cigarette.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh shit.
I get that, but it's just bad.
Yeah, nah.
You didn't need that. You didn't need the acronym to let you know that that shit is terrible.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Nevertheless, you the temple of the Most High, bro.
So are we gods or not?
Well, God, I never seen a guy smoking a black.
I believe it.
Never seen a guy that got to roll up to get ease the stress of what's going on. So what makes you a god? Bring it up.
The book of Psalms chapter 82, verse number 6.
Bring it up.
I have said, ye are gods.
What the Lord say?
I have said,
ye are
The Lord
gods.
said we are God. We are the powers of this earth.
and all of you are the children of the Most High.
We are meant to rule in righteousness. Right? We're literally meant to take up the Lord's charge and get the nations in subjection.
Right.
So yes, we're gods, lowercase g. Right? We're the authority here on earth. But it's not just going to be given to you. You got to literally come back and keep the commandments of the Lord.
But it just
The
seems
only way
like
he's going to
they're
give
a
you power
little more
and authority over the
things, and
nations.
when I say something, it's like it doesn't really
You can live for the now.
go anywhere because
You can live for the present moment. Live for a utopian community, society. You know, you can live for the temporary release from the world through weed, cigarettes, blacks,
Mushrooms? You ever take mushrooms?
sex.
No mushrooms?
Man, nah, I'm not dealing with no
Genuine question. I don't know. It kind of helped me a little. I'm gonna be honest.
Quick question.
So,
When you sit in your perfect temple, man, is you gonna set generals and soldiers up that doesn't follow your guidelines that you set to run the community?
how you gonna deal with the rebels?
What, with rebels?
Yeah, how you gonna deal with the rebels in your community?
What do you mean? Well, how would rebels come about? You talking
There's
about
rebels
like,
everywhere. What name one
I guess-
society that doesn't have rebels?
I guess
That's a
you
good
just
question.
have rules.
People break rules all the time. How do you deal with them that break the rules?
I don't know, some sort of discipline, I guess you could say, but it's like you can't, it's not a child.
Okay.
You don't spank them. You understand what I'm saying? But it's
You
like,
don't punish them. They murder somebody. They just.
yeah, like it's
It
like.
is what it is. Don't do it again.
No, fuck no. No,
Oh.
excuse my language.
Pretty good. So
No,
it got to
I'm
be
just-
punishments, right?
Of course.
So you got to have a law.
Of course.
So what's that law?
What you mean?
How you gonna govern your society?
Right.
What do you mean?
How are you gonna govern your society?
With laws? No.
So what are some of the laws you put in place?
Well, if it's in America, it's the same laws that apply everywhere. Essentially,
You might as well just live in America.
Brother said if you
You
get
don't want to build in anything. You might as well just live in America. You good.
no, but you don't own it though.
You won't own where you at.
Huh?
You won't own the society you live in. Yeah, you may be able to get rich,
No, it's not
but you
about
don't
getting rich,
own
though.
anything really.
You do
You know what
have
eminent domain
ownership
is?
of it though.
You know what eminent domain is?
Eminent
domain.
I've heard of it, but
Look it
it's
up.
like-
Look up eminent domain.
Okay.
I want you to look it up.
how would you buy his little item?
I don't.
It's
I don't.
not. Listen,
It's wishful thinking.
No, I'm be honest. I have plans. You know what I mean? And-
I understand.
no,
but
and I know that it requires a certain amount of money, but through group funding, literally, it's like
I'm not saying you can't get there and fulfill your dreams, but what I'm saying is, what's the end goal?
what's the end goal?
How are you going to govern these people? How are you going to keep a society from suffering corruption? How are we going to keep your wealth within your community?
That's the end goal. Generational wealth, and also giving generational wealth to the community too. You know what I mean? It's not just owned by me. Like I plan that everybody who invests here, that want to live here, they all have ownership over this economy. You know what I mean? So it's not a dictatorship. One person just owns it. It's all black people. It's almost like a stock. They all have shares in this thing, and they don't even gotta live there. They could just invest in it. You know what I mean? And it's like
So you just want money.
no. I'm scared. Stop. I'm gonna stop cussing. Listen.
What happened to Gaddafi? Didn't he say that?
That's progression in a capitalistic society. Is you gotta have a good economy. There has to be circulation of funds.
How is the American economy right now?
They say it's bad.
Is it bad?
I don't know. I don't see it. Me personally, like, I'm not in my best position, but there's opportunities out there for niggas
What
to
about the
build
BRICS nation? You think they see it?
something. BRICS Nation instead.
See? So America is not going to let a nigga build a society that's bigger than what they got going on.
Did y'all tell him about Tulsa, Oklahoma, Black Wall
He
Street?
knows, he knows
Yeah,
about
they-
it. He knows about Central Park.
Yeah, he ought to know.
Lakeland there.
Give him never trust
I
that
don't.
nigga.
I believe it. You know what I mean? I don't deny that because it's
Never trust your enemy.
it's reality though. They conquered the land, so this is the system that they built. Of course, they want to protect the system and not let other people. You know what I mean? But I don't know. Even if it's a small system, it's still a step in the right direction.
What does it do for you?
Build them all over the world, and then it's like I don't know, because it's interesting that he brought up cryptocurrency and Bitcoin because that's actually how I would implement it. Because you get software to not make decisions, but people who invest, they vote on the decisions, and there's nobody that says, all right, I want to make this decision, forget what they say. It's literally an AI, artificial intelligence that they say.
So by you saying that, first off, did you create Bitcoin?
Right.
So how are you able to determine what somebody can do with it?
Right.
But you don't even know how the foundation of how Bitcoin works, internally. You can only see them on the computer. I know a little something about sitting there, computer hardware, software, sitting there coding. That's a lot of work.
Yeah, no.
What are you gonna do to stop them from shutting your Bitcoin down?
Exactly.
Well, it's interesting. So the whole point of Bitcoin and cryptocurrency is decentralization. So it's not owned by a single entity. You know what I mean? So
Which is another lie.
It's not.
It is another lie because it is owned by somebody.
It's actually a bunch of computers all over the world keep this system in play, and people can decide to work on that system or not, but they get paid for it. Nobody owns it. It's like if you
believe that,
nobody can shut it down. There's computers all over the world that power this, unless there's an EMP, and it's designed that way for decentralization.
had no clue.
You gotta
Nah,
figure it out.
what the EMPs exist, or that's something that
No,
may
brother.
occur in the
World
future.
War III is on the brink, brother. I don't know how long you think
I
you got
can't
to-
wait though, bro. I can't wait for nothing. I gotta try. You know what I mean? I gotta try.
So what you initially saying
This
is
is fulfillment of fight for me.
Hold on,
you know what I
hold on,
mean?
hold on, hold on.
I
This
can't
is your-
live without.
The brother already had your
Fulfilling
fulfillment being brought out.
Explain.
I'm gonna read it for you again. He already had me read it for you one time already. This is what you're supposed to be fulfilling. The book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 12, verse number 13. Let us hear the conclusion of the whole matter. Fear God and keep his commandments, for this is the whole duty of man. That's what you should be fulfilling. Anything else is, obsolete. Because you don't have control over Bitcoin. We don't have control over nothing, to be honest.
God.
Let's just be honest. We don't have control over nothing.
No, you don't.
So how? Well, it goes back to what I said.
You control yourself though, right?
Huh?
You control yourself though, right?
I do my best to do the most I got commanded me.
And you can try to gain knowledge on certain things, so you can just apply yourself
I gain
better.
the knowledge of these scriptures, man.
Okay.
That's what knowledge you want to gain. This is the only thing that's what people say.
How does that help you play in the
Real
system?
quick, I think you're missing a whole point. Everything you just learned. You just finally, how old are you?
I'm 23.
At 23 years old, you learned that you had a nationality.
Right.
What's your nationality?
I don't know.
According to the Bible, you just went through it.
That says Israelite. It said I'm an Israelite.
That's what that says, right? You're an Israelite, brother.
I gotta research it more for myself. First,
Do it.
That's how you
Do it.
Matter of fact, subscribe to the YouTube channel.
Yeah, I know. I seen this somewhere. That's why I came over here. You know what I mean?
You say you seen what?
I seen something like this. It may have been y'all on YouTube, and I always wonder what y'all really be talking about. So that's one of the main
So
reasons.
look, we teach them what God's chosen people. We went into slavery and are in captivity to this day for our disobedience. This is why you have to make plans to build up a nation. If we had our own nation, our own society, we wouldn't have to make plans for anything. You'd be born into it. Now, what you got to understand is the Lord gave us promises that if we return to Him in the last days, which you're living in, that He would set us on high above all the nations. They'll be subject unto us. They're going to have to build up their treasure cities. Your cities are going to be paved in gold. Right? You're going to have technology that this stuff they got now pales in comparison to what the kingdom is. That's what they have in the kingdom. Because when you read the scriptures, it tells you about UFOs, it tells you about all type of stuff you couldn't even fathom. Right? Energy weapons, all type of stuff, bro. You can't fathom what the Lord has in store for you. Now, you, based on this society, have ideas, which is nothing wrong with. Don't get me wrong. But you're right now you're kind of boxed in to what this world has to offer.
In what way?
And your society is based on the things they have to offer, right? Because do you have some innovative type of architecture you're going to implement, or some new innovative type of? I don't know, bro.
I don't know.
You're kind of kept in the box of what they have to offer, right?
Because listen, I'm also in school for mechatronics engineering.
Okay.
So I also would like to invent something, but I know I need the education. That's why I'm putting myself through it. But I like the idea of solar renewable energy, and also, I don't know, I want to build like a car that flies, if I'm being honest. And it's specifically called eVTOL, electric vertical takeoff and landing. So it doesn't need a runway to fly, just up and up. And that's just a stepping stone to something even larger.
What is that? How is that going to better society? How is that going to help the people?
I think it's just giving us ownership. It's giving younger people something to look up to.
All they're gonna be doing, they just gonna have a flying car in the rap video. John's working in the passenger.
It's not about that though. But what about the people that
we're talking about mental reprogram. Right. That's what has to happen. Building a society and all that shit is good, bro. How does that help your people who suffer from this to this day? The little boys and girls who are raised in the slums and ghettos, who are subject to see violence and murders and dope dealing at an early age, women whoring out their body. How is that going to change their mental? How is that going to help them? These are the questions you have to ask. You have to be about your people on a nationalistic level, because building whatever, if it's not going to change the root cause of the condition of your people, then it's all for naught, and it's all for yourself at the end of the day. That's what a lot of our people don't understand. We have a mentality that we don't even understand is selfish in nature. We Because if you don't care about the little boys and little girls who grow up watching their moms selling their body to every man, they're in and out of the house, never knowing their fathers, the young brothers who look up to the next nigga on the block who's shooting and killing for glory and the name in the hood, then what are we really doing? That's who we got to worry about. That's a fact. We got to worry about that. Because they can grow up and start a business, join your society, but what are they bringing with them?
What you mean, what are they bringing?
What are they bringing with them? A mentality.
I think people grow, bro. I'm just being honest. And listen, that's the point of doing positive things. Is so that it inspires other people to do positive things from whatever they view it as, their vision. But you tell people, I don't know, like, all this is, okay, you're building shit, it's creating jobs, it makes money, whatever, but it's inspiring people to figure out what they like and go forward with it. You know what I mean? It's not to say, all right, don't put yourself in a box and think like all of people is, because that's basically the environment. Be like this person who, I don't know, like it's a message that goes with it too that's more personal.
There's a what's what I'm looking for? There's a conflict with what you said. You said people grow, but beforehand, we love one another. I could go to my neighbor's house and sit there and ask for to borrow some sugar, and I have to worry about being cut down for it. In the days of old, see there, if I step on a brother pair of shoes, the brother says, sorry, there's no beef behind it. So how do we go from sitting there from loving one another to being worse if black people is wrong? We've got work. Why do we don't have any? Why do we have more people being inspired to be Malcolm X?
I'll tell you.
Well, I can hear colors and conscious. I'm really hearing it through the electric.
Y'all said we don't own shit. They can grow.
You said people grow. Where's the growth at in our people?
That's where it comes from. You being conscious and people waking up. You know what I mean?
Malcolm X was conscious. He was woken up. Why ain't nobody else sit there and do that?
There are people that have done that. Of course,
we doing it.
It's a small percentage. You know what I mean? But it's literally, it's a statistic. It's controlled. It's intentional. You know what I mean? It's intentional for us to think like that and shit like that. But you break out of it and you just try to spread the word. I don't know what else to say.
Here you go, Micah chapter 2, verse 10. This is what the Most High is commanding us to do. This is why they're telling you to keep the commandment. Because only 1/3 of us going to make it out. And the sooner 1/3 come in, that's when that sky going to crack with nuclear missiles, the one they call Jesus Christ, Michael the Archangel with millions of black angels to deliver us out of America and out of all these lands we scattered back into and take us back to the new holy city, Jerusalem, where we're going to be rulers throughout eternity. But this is what we have to do. Micah 2:10, arise ye and depart, for this is not your rest, because it is polluted. It shall destroy you, even with the sword destruction. And look at us, we destroy it. Our women is twerking, we selling drugs to one another. Our men is bending over, taking a rod just to be a superstar in the music industry. NBA wicked, NFL wicked. It's wickedness everywhere. We are destroyed. The dream that you got is a nightmare, because our greatest time in America was in slavery and in Jim Crow. Why? We love one another. God was putting in our minds the means to invent and create everything for the good of all nations. You understand? That era is over. It's time to repent and get the hell out of here. The white man take affirmative action out of these schools. You understand? The white man, Paul Sherrill in Tennessee, he brought back the firing squad as punishment. He said he wanted to bring back lynching laws, but the people bucked on lynching laws. But who? You? The governor of Florida hates you. The governor of Texas hates you. We around here with a Make America Great Again hat on. Who made America great? A nigga is a stupid fool that wear a hat saying Make America Great Again. Nigga, you was in the cotton field, sugarcane field. You were building railroad. You made America great for free. If you say Make America Great Again, your black ass going back into slavery. And rather than to go into slavery, Jeremiah 30 verse 7, they're going to come and exterminate you. Why? Because they know the majority of us going to buck on slavery. We're going to be fighting and killing one another, man, just like the so-called migrants that's really Israelite. It's going to be some hell on this earth real soon. It's going to, Jeremiah 30 verse 7, this is what's coming. This is what the brothers were trying to tell you about earlier. Give me Daniel 12, 1 and 2. We looking to be saved out of here. We not joining hands with our enemies. Look what Martin Luther King got for us by joining hands with our enemies and integrating. I'm 64 years old. I came up in that time when the fire department holds you down with the water hose, when the white man clubbed you, when they sit the dogs, bitch your mama breath, bitch your father's genitals, all in the name of what? Integrating. You lost everything doing integration. When they built Black Wall Street, Tulsa, Oklahoma back up, now it's integrated. It never had no power no more for you. You owned everything, all the bus companies, airport, Anderson Car Company. You own the hospitals, everything. But once they burn it down and now they rebuild it and integrate it, you ain't own shit. You don't have nothing. This is what, that's why you gotta keep God's law, come back to who you are before it's too late and you perish. This what's coming. Jeremiah chapter 30, verse number 7. This what's coming to the Israelites. Think you can stay here, it's all sweet. They've been destroying you ever since you've been here. Name me one thing the white man did for your nation as a whole. Name me one good thing they did for you since you've been here over 40 years. Just name me one good thing they did for so-called blacks, Hispanic, Native American Indians, Caribbean islands, all of them, eat from Puerto Rico. What did they done good for you? Name me one thing.
I don't know. Was Jim Crow more good?
Not a damn fact. You can't name one thing they did good for you. They'll take me and put me as a police chief, but do the white officers respect me? No. Just like I told the assistant chief. I said all these black police all over, these police chiefs all over this country, male and female. So why is there subordinates to white people not respecting and loving their boss? They still killing. You the police chief, I'm the white boy, I'm gonna still kill your people. So I ain't got no respect for you at all. They create laws overnight to protect Asians. Doing the Portland stuff they had going on, they create laws overnight. So why don't they create laws overnight to protect you? Because you the Jews. They want to kill you. They taking your place. They in the land of Israel call themselves Jewish when you the real Jew. Jeremiah chapter 30.
I gotta go fishing with my dad.
Okay, let us give you 2 last too.
I want to ask you one more thing too.
All right, soon we give you this, then ask the brother.
You got the YouTube? Before you go, I'm gonna make sure you got information. Go ahead though.
This is what's gonna be our salvation. We're getting close to it. But they done did you the most damages, let you out of cattle slavery. You kind of prospered a little, but now they destroyed you back down. But since it's resistant, this is what they say, even in Israel, they say the greatest threat to them is the young American black males.
The book of Mark, chapter 1, verse number 15.
Bring it up.
And say, the time is fulfilled, and the kingdom of God is at hand. Repent ye and believe in the gospel.